Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlene, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while. In today's video, we are starting to do my monthly favorites and fails. So if you would like to see what items worked for me this month, which items did not work for me this month, and some of the new things that were released that I was super excited about and loved and looking forward to playing with, then just stay tuned. All right, so I got a few makeup items and then I also have some fragrances here to go over with you. So I'm going to share some of my favorite things that actually worked for me that I really did enjoy this month. So one of the things that I actually loved this month was one of the combinations I shared with you guys in one of my, either my fragrance follow-up Friday or my perfume recap. And out of all the combinations I did throughout the whole month of February, this one is the one that stood out the most. And that says a lot because I had some great combos this month. When I said they were some bangers, they were some bangers this past month. So I love the majority of them. But this one just kind of, just a little bit more edged the other ones out. And it's probably because it's one of my favorite perfumes already of all times. But then the items I chose to layer with it held up to the perfume, so it made them even go up like a notch in my head. I already love what I paired with it as well, but I just didn't know how well it was going to flow together, and did it flow together. So what I'm talking about, like, Charlene, what are you talking about? What I'm talking about was starting out with the Strawberry Snowflakes body cream. This has juicy strawberry, whipped cream, iced bergamot. And I followed it up with the mist of the same thing. So already know I love this. You're talking about some strawberries and some sweet cream, right? So we already know we got it good. And then it has that little bit of bergamot in there just to give it, still keep it a little fresh without being too sweet. But then you put it with my beloved Guerlain Insolence. So Guerlain Paris Insolence. So this one here has your violet in it, and it has strawberries in it. Hence why we put those other two together with this one, right? It also has iris, vanilla, and sandalwood in it. So it's already got this nice fruity floral going, and then you just highlight the creaminess, the sweetness, and the strawberries that's already in this fragrance. This was a projector. This gave me 10 plus hours. This was complimentary. This was a love. So that's why this particular combination got my top pick for the month of February. Favorite combo. All right, so what else was some favorites of mine from this month? I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the perfumes that I end up enjoying this month. I couldn't just pick one or two. I pulled the ones that stood out to me for different reasons. So another one that gave me great longevity that I actually loved a whole lot, that I was surprised by because I didn't know really what to expect. Heard good things about this particular one, just didn't know what to expect myself. And that was this Dossier Floral Marshmallow. This is their inspiration of the Killian Love Don't Be Shy. This is another one. Was complimentary, gave me a bunch of hours of wear, 10 plus hours. And I absolutely love the scent bubble that this one gave me. So for those who don't know, this one has the orange, like the neroli, the orange blossom with the marshmallow in here. But it also has like my jasmine that I love in here as well. So this one is gorgeous. So a couple of things that stood out to me. Didn't know I was going to love this one either, but this one stood out. I thought I was going to like this one, but I didn't know I was going to love it as much as I did. And that is this Victoria's Secret Tease Heartbreaker. This is gorgeous. I'm not going to go too much into it because I just did do my perfume tray wrap up with you guys. And so I went over a lot of these with you in detail, but just know, like I mentioned in that video, I believe this is like one of my favorite, all-time favorite Victoria's Secret perfumes. And that's saying a lot because they got quite a few in their lineup. And this was one of my favorites. I know it's one of my favorites. Something else that stood out this month to me was this True fragrance. This is the one that you can find at your local TJ Maxx. Sometimes they'll have it in the store, but the brand that makes this is called True Fragrance. And this is their whipped cream and berries. This one is also another one that has marshmallow in it. But it has your berries. Raspberry is in here. Strawberry is in here. It has caramel in here, vanilla musk, all the things, right? So this one here, I didn't know I was going to love this one as much as I did. I thought it was going to be a strong like, not a love, and it ended up being a love. So if you're looking for a berry creamy scent, this is your go-to. That would be one I would go to for sure. Another one that I end up loving, two of these. These two came from Juliana's perfume. When I tell you these are so good. This one here is Fuchsia Affair Sweet Symphony. This is your Oriana spinoff. So they took the Oriana DNA and then they added caramel, blood orange, lavender, rose, mandarin, marshmallow, caramel, and whipped cream to it. So took the Oriana DNA, added that to it. Then this one, which is Kissed by Paradise Once More, is the Killian's Angel Share Paradise inspiration. When I tell you that this here has that berries, booziness, it has that tonka in here, it has praline in here. When I tell you this smells so good. These both amazing. Love both of these. My next one that I end up absolutely not loving was one I was testing from Genre Perfumes, also known as Louisiana Aroma. And this one is called Safe Haven. Safe Haven, let me tell you about it, is a Narcotica Narco Oasis inspiration. And it has passion fruit, blood orange, black currant, peach, juicy pear, vanilla fusion, brown sugar, tonka bean, jasmine, iris, blonde woods, vanilla bean, musk, creamy, sandalwood, and sea amber. This here, if you love the tropical scents, like it kind of reminded me of a peach ring. It kind of reminded me of some tropical vibes. It gave me all the things I love, mixed with some florals, mixed with some creaminess. This here is so good. I love this. I love this. I love this. And this is going to be one of my top genres. I know this is Safe Haven, like I said, and I know this is going to be one of my top favorites from the brand. So this one is definitely getting upgraded. This was a 5 ml that I tested from them. It's beautiful. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. So let's get to some of the mists, because those were some of the perfumes. So let's get to some of the mists that I absolutely loved this month, besides that strawberry snowflakes that y'all already saw me mention. I actually did enjoy these two from Pink. These were, I think they were released this past February. Also, it could have been released in January. I'm not 100% sure. If you know for sure, drop it down below. But Heartbreaker has strawberry spritz, wild jasmine, and vanilla teas. And this Secret Crush has sweet peach, lush blooms, juicy fig. Loved both of these in their own right. If you want some nice sweet figginess, go for this one. If you want some nice strawberry go for this one. Mixed with my favorite floral, go for this one. These both were loves this past month. Also, a couple of other loves for this past month was Love Unleashed. Loved Unleashed is another Love Don't Be Shy inspiration they released. So this is kind of going into my favorite releases as well. My favorite releases that they did for the month of February was the luxury collection. Like, of all the releases I tested out, and I love the majority of the luxuries collection from Bath and Body Works. So I pulled a couple of ones that was my top favorites. Hello Happiness, Always Fleur, and Oude Coconut, right? These were my favorites from the release. The one that I've tested tremendously this month was Love Unleashed. So this one, along with its cream, you can see I've been using this baby. Love them, love them, love them. Another one that was released this time around, this past February, this Musk collection. This here, I even have this one on today. And I'll make sure I share this combo I'm wearing today. Fruity Musk has the raspberry with the sugared musk and velvet moss. And this one is smooth vanilla, whipped musk, and cozy amber. Love these. To me, if you saw my video talking about the musk, like when you see me going in the video, in the thumbnail, I'm telling you, this one was kind of like Blue Raspberry Burst and Sweetest Song had a baby. That's what this one reminded me of. Because I did not care for Sweetest Song, but I love this. And I love Blue Raspberry Burst. It's like they had a baby, and it is so good. It's so good. Another favorite of mine, I didn't pull out the whole collection. I just grabbed one of the items. Another favorite of mine was this Nocturnal Rose that was released here in February. This is one of the roses that they released on the men's side. I did a whole video on this one as well. But this one has black pepper, wild rose, and cedarwood. So this was a favorite of mine as well. Favorite of mine as well. Couple of other favorites that I actually used this month that I absolutely enjoyed was Snowflakes and Cashmere. So this one here. And this one has vanilla cashmere cream, caramel woods, and frosted clementine. This one, I thought I loved it when I first got it, but the more this one is sitting, I am loving more and more and more and more. I love this by itself. I've worn it in an evening by itself. I've layered this with several things. Everything I layer it with is beautiful. So this Snowflakes and Cashmere, if they re-release this next coming fall time, I know I got backups, but I will continue to keep repurchasing this one. As long as they keep giving it to us, I'm going to keep buying this one. If they keep giving the same formulation, because you know sometimes Bath and Body Works like to change things up and still give it the same name. But this one is a love. And around the same time that one was released, this one was released, and I love this one this month. And this one is Moonlit Goddess. So this one here, another one that layers so well with so many things. This has French lavender, pear blossom, and golden vanilla. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Couple of other body care items that I enjoyed. Autumn Drive. I love this in the mist and the body butter, but I pulled the body butter because this body butter, you can still smell it even though this is empty. This was in my empties. It was empty for a reason. This one is the one that has wild raspberry, warm amber, and vanilla birch. This is a long-lasting one. Gives you so much of a nice and raspberry, vanilla, woodsy smell. Layers very well with a lot of different things. Long-lasting. Love it, love it. A couple of other body care items I tried. This Canvas Beauty. I pulled the Body Glaze in Caramel Cream Brulee. This is one of the ones I tried. When I tell you, a little goes a long way. I just got a little dip in here going, you guys. And this little goes a long way. It's so moisturizing when you see that. It gives a nice glisten to your skin. And the smell stays on you all day long. Right now, this is already projecting. Just that little bit I put on there is already projecting off of my skin. This is a great, like it says, body glaze. You want it to be shiny and you want to smell good. This here from Sand and Fog, this is Sweet Rose. This is that Delina exclusive inspiration of the oil in here. I put this on my post points, and I can tell you I smelt it from the time I put it on to the time I washed it off. Like, my combination was gone that I had on for the day, but this I could still smell. So the hype is real when it comes to these Sand and Fog oils. They're so good. Couple of other things that I tested, and one of them, let's get to some of the fails. So I already got the other one in that trash bin thing, so I'm not digging it back out, but I kind of mentioned it to you guys in the empties video, so I'll pop up the picture. When I look on that site, that thing has so many positive reviews on it that I'm like, well, what's wrong with my nose? But then I start thinking about it, because when I originally looked at it, I thought it was one of them rollerball perfumes. No, it's a rollerball oil. So what I'm thinking is that my oil had already went bad or rancid. So I say all that to say, that's why it's good to make sure you go through your collection and rotate through things, because I've had that for some time. Like a couple of years, I know, and I finally decided, I forgot I had it. I was going through things, and whenever I did that minis, perfumes, and collection video, I'll be sure to put it down in the description below or tag it up in the cards. But that's when I realized, girl, you haven't even used this. You need to try to play with it. So hence why I pulled it out and tried to use it, and it was like a no. So I can't really blame the perfume on that. It's a fail for me, but is it really because of them, or is it because I waited too long to finally try it? So that could be on me. But what is not on me is one of this here. So this is that Choco Musk. Everybody and their mama rave on about how much they love Choco Musk. I done tried it several times. You can see I got a little dent going on her. I've tried it several times. I tried testing it. I tried layering it. I tried it a couple of times. I don't like this. This is not for me. I don't know what it is about this one. It's not vibing with me, but I know people like, it's good chocolate scent. It layers with so many things. It's not for me. It doesn't smell good to me. I think I would prefer to use my like chocolate amber, for example, mist that has a chocolate scent in it or something, than to try to layer with this one. So this to me is a fail for me, not a scent that I love. And another one that I mentioned to you guys when I did my perfume maceration follow-up, which I owe you guys my other Middle Eastern and update on some of my other fragrances. So that'll be coming soon. But this one was another one I pulled out during the month to retest, to see how it has changed, to see if I love it. And it's a no for me. And this is that Lattafa Coral, Anna Abiat Coral. It's got the watermelon, it has the peach. This is what it looks like. I love this in the air. Don't love it on me. So my skin chemistry is not vibing with this fragrance. So for me, this one is a fail for that reason. Something else I tried during this month that was perfume and body care wise was this set here from Scent Time Scent, along with its lotions, the body, what they call these, body butters. I can tell you this is more like a tropical collection, and I found it in the Five Below right in December, and I tested it in December, and then I put it away because like 3 out of the 5 of these kind of smelled of alcohol at first, and then it dissipated and went into the scent. So then I revisited this past month again, and I love these. So for those who was wondering about my thoughts about these, they're looking like they're trying to dupe Sol de Janeiro, which, you know, you can kind of get the vibes of it, but it's not exact. So don't look at this as an exact dupe. It's more of they drew inspiration from the brand. So this Sunset Samba has tropical flower, coconut milk, and pink sands. Now this one, I actually did enjoy very much. I enjoyed it in the mist and the body butter. This Carnival Spirit says it smells like golden pear, pink hibiscus, and blonde cedar. That was another love for me. And I did enjoy that one as well in the body butter down here. That one was a good one as well. The Brazilian Caramel Dreams has salted caramel, sweet pistachio, and whipped vanilla. This one is okay. You can kind of tell that they really did try to, like, more so dupe the Sol de Janeiro 62 on this one. So it was okay. It just wasn't my favorite out of the bunch. And then Sunkissed Tropics has Juicy Peach, Summer Blossom, and Coconut Husk. I think this one was one of my favorites. I can't remember which exactly was my favorite. I think it was this Sunset Samba and Carnival Spirit. But then, and so I did enjoy that one in the butter as well. And then Sun Bliss has Velvet Plum, Sugar Violet, and Whipped Amber. Now this is the one that I enjoyed the mist, but I got the bigger bottle of this one out of all of them because it came in this set, this mini set. But then they had them in this size as well. I actually did not like this one. So I'm like, the one you got the biggest size of that you thought you was going to love the most, I disliked the most in the body butter. I did enjoy it in the mist. So overall, this was what is it? Says $15 for this set. And for those who want to see the notes again, that is what it shows. But yes, this is that Scent Time Scent Solar Flare set that they had at Five Below. I told you guys back in December I would do a follow-up on what I think about those. So overall, this was a fail. Love these. And thought this was a good deal on this set because those are actually pretty good. All right. So a couple of the makeup items that one I enjoyed this month, and one that was a favorite, and one that was a fail for me. So the one that I tried that was a favorite this month was this from Ace Beauté. This is Paradise Fallen. And Paradise Fallen looks like this. I did a look up on the channel of me using this palette. But you know why I like it, right? You know why I like it. It got my favorite colors. But this was a love. This Paradise Fallen was a love. So I enjoyed this one very much. Enjoyed the eye look. I did, like I said, I did a get ready with me utilizing this one. I think it was just one of my makeup of the day shorts. So be sure to go check out that playlist. You can see the look that I came together, and it might have been in one of the other videos too that you can see that look. The fails for me this month was first this Latasha Denona Love Face palette, and it's not a complete fail, but nonetheless it is a fail nonetheless. And the reason being, if you saw my weekly get ready with me shop my stash video, you would have heard me talk about how this is a face palette, right? It has your 5 shadows here. It has this cream blush here, and it has a highlighter here. Well, first of all, this highlighter, even though it has a plastic thing that's right here that opens and closes, this highlighter came loose in the pan. So I was always scared about it falling out, which if you saw that video, you would have saw it actually did fall out on camera. And then this blush here is a little too light for my complexion. And this is when I'm the lightest in the year. And I'm just going to get slightly darker as we get more and more into the summer. So if this didn't work for me now, it's not going to work for me. So really, out of all of this, I'm only left with the 5 shadows, which I love the 5 shadows. Those are gorgeous. The look I got with this one is gorgeous. But do you need the whole palette for the 5 shadows? I just did the look of my day today using the mini nude palette that has the 5 shadows. So that thing is like this small, and even I don't think it's even as long as this. So I wish I just had these. I wish I just had these. So I love the packaging, think it's cute, but I don't need the whole thing for the 5 shadows, but I do love the shadows. The other thing that was a fail for me for similar reasons is the one I tried from Laura Geller. This is her eye, lip, cheek palette. And it says Think Pink on it. So it's her Think Pink palette. So it has tropical coral, subtle peach, and rose gold as the colors in here. It has a little plastic thing on here. But like it says, it's supposed to be an eye, lip, and cheek palette. This one here, although it looks promising in actual pan, on my actual skin, this was a little light for me as well. So this one is another one that was a fail for me for just complexion reasons, not necessarily formulation, but I did not really care for the formulation either. To be honest, it wasn't my favorite. It was just okay. So for that reason, this is a fail for me this month. So you guys, that's everything. The collections, I was super excited that release. I mentioned the Disney collection, loved it. That vacation collection from Pink and from Victoria's Secret, they had their own separate lineups. Love both of those. Absolutely love both of those. Did videos on those. They were released this February. That Musk collection from Bath and Body Works, loved that one as well. And the Shimmer collection that they had, the Heartbreaker and Secret Crush from Victoria's Secret, loved that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoy content like this, be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up. Hype up the video if you have that available to you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.